Welcome to the public lecture on engineering lecture series. Our topic today is achieving set goals in the university as an undergraduate in the 21st century. Your anchor person remains Professor Michael C. Ndinechi. This topic on achieving set goals is intended to target matriculating students, that is, students who are in their first year in the university. And of course, it is also useful to students who are already undergraduates to help them to set goals and how to achieve the set goals so that their years of studentship in the university will be smooth. So, by means of introduction, we say that being an undergraduate in a developing economy is a very tasking one. Students have to be in their best and remain focused for as long as their studentship lasts. They have to contend with poor and decaying facilities at times, and non-availability of equipment, and again, not so well-kept environment. In some cases, the staff are not well motivated, and to a large extent, they are surrounded with harsh economic conditions. It is therefore necessary that any matriculant must set goals for himself or herself from the onset, that is, on the matriculation day, and chart a way for a successful graduation in flying colors. My target today are the students of my university that will be having their matriculation in the coming week, and also their parents who will constantly remind them that they should have set goals. So, graduating with excellent grade is wonderful, but may not be sufficient for one to excel in life. Therefore, while setting goals as a student, one must marry it with achieving success in and outside of the four walls of the university. It is important for us to know those skills that one has to imbibe during his student life to succeed both in the undergraduate life and in the larger society. We continue by saying that by your matriculation oath, you are formally admitted to the university, and anything you do henceforth will be regarded as an act committed by a student of a particular university with your matriculation number specified. So, you know, from the day of your matriculation, you are identified with the university that you matriculated in. Therefore, from henceforth, you should be good ambassadors of the university in your thoughts and in your actions. I will therefore want to lead you through my thoughts on what you are expected to do to become a great student and beyond. That is, after being a student, and to make sure that you graduate in a record time. The first thing you must do is to set out your goal. What goal do you want to achieve after 5 years of studentship? Goal setting is the process of taking active steps to achieve your desire. While coming to the university, you have a desire, and that desire must be followed with an outcome. For you to get to that outcome, you must set goals. And we say that this goal setting is the process of taking active steps to achieve your desired outcome. If you recall, as a high school student, you may have wished that you will pursue a STEM career. When we say STEM, we mean science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If we use our university as an example, our university is a pure STEM career university. So, as a high school student, you may have wished that you pursue a STEM career. So, you decided that you will offer the science subjects and mathematics. You did that and obtained all the required grades. That is why you are in this great university of technology. So, this is step one in your goal setting. You have set out your to obtain your O level in science subject, and you have achieved that. It is a goal, and you have set it out and you have achieved that. Now you are in step two, and that will lead to step three, which is what you will do all the days of your life. Your step one is obtaining your O level results in sciences and mathematics. You are starting your step two, which is obtaining a degree, which will help you now to practice all the days of your life the career you have chosen. And that practice of the career you have chosen all the days of your life is what is termed step three. So therefore, you are expected to put all the seriousness required to attain that first degree, which will prepare you for your life career. So, take for instance, you want to be like your lecturer, which many of you may not want to be, but then you must set out your goal to graduate with a minimum of second class honors upper division. This is what is known as performance goal, and is based on personal standard. I repeat that. Setting your performance goal must be based on your personal standard. Personal standard here include the career you want to pursue post-graduation. So you must set out your personal standard today and pursue it to a logical conclusion. I want you, after this lecture, to scribble what your personal standard should be, and itemize, after listening to the lectures, how you are going to achieve that your performance goal that is based on personal standard. So you must set out steps to achieving this your set goal or goals as the case may be. So say to achieve your set goals, you must acquire some skills to enable you have a hitch-free studentship. They are listed below, but not in any order of hierarchy or sequence. But the first that came to my mind is that you have to acquire some technological skills. What are technological skills? See that technological skills are all those abilities that help you to interact with the digital world around you. Being technologically skilled refers to proficiency in digital or technical media. Such skills include, but are not limited to, being able to search for materials online, using emails or other instant messaging tools, using private network platforms and knowledge of digital financial services. For instance, you are going to be making your payments online. If you can't do that, you become intimidated. You may start looking for a business center to do same for you. In the process, it will cost you more, and in some cases, you will be dwindled. So you see, you must, as a student, develop some technological skills that will enable you be conversant with all the digital applications around you. So technology skills allow students to come in tandem with the basic information that will enable them to understand which gadget or platform performs what task and why. This understanding removes the intimidating posture that emerging technologies tend to have on individuals. For instance, some students are still being intimidated by online lectures. But whether we like it or not, online lectures have come to be. So you must develop your technological skills to be able to fit in and make proper use of all the digital devices around you. Two, you must develop crucial social and media skills. Social skills are crucial in today's success for any student. The concept of networking is an excellent tool for forging long-lasting relationships. With good social skills, students can learn from their colleagues and also outside their immediate environment. That is, students can, you know, log on to other, university platforms to learn or study subjects which they feel is relevant to their own lectures or to their own course, but not well understood why they were being taught same. So, media literacy, on the other hand, is the ability to identify genuine publishing outlets and sources by distinguishing between the ones that are credible and the ones that are not. Without adequate media scale, anything becomes credible, provided it looks credible. I give an example. If you don't have good media skill, you may not know when you are looking at a website that is not secure. In other words, you can get to those websites that are not secured and get hacked or get false information, which when you use them will not give you what you want. But if you have good media skill, you will know when a website is a rogue website and when a website is not a secure website. So it is very important that you develop good media skill. Also, you have to grow your cultural and civic literacy skills. By cultural literacy competence, we mean being aware of our own cultural beliefs and values and how these values may be different from other people's cultural beliefs and values. It also includes the ability to learn, appreciate, and honor the different cultural beliefs and values of others. Because as a matriculating student, many are leaving the comfort of their homes for the first time. So they will be meeting different, you know, um, caliber of people, people from different backgrounds, people that have different beliefs. So with good cultural skill or competence, you'll be able to appreciate the culture of other people you are going to come in contact with. So when you develop that skill, you see you'll be able to mix with the society where you have found yourself, more especially those that are living the comfort of their homes for the first time. It also includes the ability to learn, appreciate, and honor the different cultural beliefs and values of others. These skills will be critical as students fuel future growth on a global scale. One of, on the other hand, civic literacy means having the knowledge and skills needed to participate in making change in the community around you. It promotes effective communications and collaboration skills. It is important to note here that the three primary assignments of any university are teaching, I put in bracket learning, because as you teach, people are learning. The second one is research. You must try to find out new. That is why something new. That is why you are in a university. So say you must carry out research. And the third one is community service. Whatever you learn should be plowed back to make your community or community you found yourself a better community. So you have to have it at the back of your mind as an undergraduate that where you are in the university is for learning as a student, helping your teachers to carry out research and use this tool, the learning, what you have learned, and the research you have carried out to carry out community service. Then the fourth one is that you must be creative and innovative. So we call that creativity and innovation skills. So creativity is the use of imagination or original ideas to make something new. That is, you must be inventive, or what I call inventiveness, when you are creative and make use of your imagination. Now, this may sound big, but it could be as little as being able to devise a better way of reading and understanding, or knowing what time of the day you normally read and understand better. That is creativity. That is innovation. That after coming back from lectures, you have to sleep and wake up. And when you do that and read, you understand better. Or when you come back from lectures, you sleep, early in the morning, you wake up and read. Those are things you have to find out for yourself and know what suits you better. So when you do that, you have become creative in a way, and you have innovated your reading pattern. So it is not just necessary until you invent something or you innovate how a machine works that we talk of innovation. No, it could be as small as any slight change. Creativity empowers people to see concepts in different perspectives, leading to innovation or innovative thinking and problem solving. Immediately you become innovative in your thinking, you begin to solve existing problems. Those problems may be your reading, pattern. It may be, assisting others, since part of your work in the university, community service. So one of the best ways to acquire creative skill is by teaching your fellow students. If you watch out over the years, students that come up and teach other students are always doing very well, because as you go up in your department, you will find yourself in 300 level, and you once come in and you organize tutorials for them. Before you organize that tutorial, it helps you to read more and prepare yourself to be able to impact on them that knowledge. So as you try to do that, you become creative on how best to do that. And that helps you a lot in understanding your own lectures. So say that one of the best way is to try to teach your fellow students. Not necessarily your classmates, but as you progress up the ladder, the people below you. So, fifth one, you say that you must strive to acquire hands-on skill. For a technological university like ours, hands-on skills are the abilities acquired through active engagement and practical learning, rather than just the typical classroom lectures and reading of books. We are in a technological university. Try as much as possible to engage yourself with the practicals that you are being taught. In the past, some students will just allow others to do the practicals and they just follow behind. No, you must strive to be part of carrying out the hands-on practicals. So acquiring adequate hands-on skills can help you earn extra income to supplement and reduce the burden imposed by the harsh economic environment. For instance, if in your second year After some practicals in renewable energy, which the new curriculum called the CC Mass has, and you learn how to, install solar system for people. You can see, you can start with that small, hands-on, and from there you get some income to help you to cushion the harsh economic environment we find ourselves. It also gives the advantage of enough man-hour experience when searching for jobs on graduation. In some places, ask you when you graduate and you are seeking for employment, you are asked how many hours have you put in practical work. Hands-on helps you to overcome that. Even though you are a new graduate, you'll be able to, sell yourself adequately. So we say again, curiosity is an enabler in going through your undergraduate studentship. You must have a strong desire to learn or know something. Don't be part of the people that enter the university because their parents want them to go to university. You must be curious now that you are in the university studying a particular course. You must be curious to know exactly what that course entails. When you do that, you see that you will become someone who is eager to find out answers and to explore and learn. And immediately you do that, whatever you are doing as a course becomes very, very interesting to you. And when that becomes interesting to you, you will become a student that asks lots of questions. When you ask questions, you get answers. When you get answers, your knowledge base will be expanded. So, curiosity drives learning by aiding critical thinking and decision making, which is key to life satisfaction and good health. If you become curious, you ask questions, you are giving answers, you do critical thinking about that. When you do that, you take and make decisions. When you make decisions and the decisions are working out well, you become very satisfied in life. When you are satisfied in life, it translates to very good health. So, the seventh one, you say that you must have very good time management. You must not while away your time. Time management allows you to prioritize the most essential tasks and complete them on deadlines. Effective time management skills help students plan their class and project schedules and meet their academic goals. One critical aspect of time management is dividing large tasks into achievable goals and devising a suitable action plan. If you have things to do, you are an engineering student, you are going to do your engineering drawing, you can plan your time that Saturday morning you do one or two numbers. On Sunday, you do the other one so that by Monday you submit. And when you do that, you see that if you're to do the whole drawing at a stretch, your accuracy may drop. So you divide it into smaller portions and get it done so that they are done with the utmost accuracy to get the best result. I'm just using that as an example. It could be any other thing, more especially when you start having, studio projects, you'll be able to, get a way of doing that. So one can learn this by allocating adequate time for each small task. For example, if you have a research project due at the end of the semester, so you may have to consider dividing it into smaller tasks to avoid work overload. Because if you overload yourself, you break down, which will affect other things you are to do. So you also have to have a very good study plan. So say good study plan outlay is a skill that can increase students' confidence, competence, and self-esteem. Self-esteem is very important in life. It is something you must learn as a student. Good study plan can also reduce anxiety about tests and deadlines. And if you study well and have good study plan, you will see you will never have the urge to cheat in the exam or to copy something and go into the exam, which has dire consequences when caught. So it reduces anxiety about your exams and tests if you have a good study plan outlet. By developing effective study skills, students may be able to cut down on the number of hours they spend studying, thereby leaving them more time for other things of life like exercise, having enough sleep, relaxing, and playing games. It will also enable them to clear their schedules and, of course, even be able to take vacations. Because if you clear your schedules and there is, public holidays, you should be able to, take full advantage of that break. So you see that you must get a good study plan. If you don't have that, you may see that if there is a test tomorrow, by today you start running up and down. Hey, you've not been able to, study enough because you have used your time sometime to while away. So, of course, you must have flexible approach to things. So flexibility is a very important skill for any undergraduate. It involves adapting successfully to changing situations and environments. Even though you have a planned semester, you cannot, and say that there may not be, some changes. So when these changes occur, you must have, find a way of adapting to it. And if you have not studied and all of a sudden there is a change in the day of test, you find yourself running helter-skelter because you have not, studied enough. So if there is that change and you plan very well and you're flexible in your planning, you see you will still be able to adapt. So flexibility also helps students to keep calm in the face of difficulties and help them to plan ahead and have alternative options in case things go wrong. So hope you got that. It helps you to keep calm in the face of difficulties. If in the face of difficulties you cannot maintain some level of calmness, that is what triggers, bad health in some people. You see a student, they tell you that he has exam fever. During exams, he falls sick. It is because he is not flexible to things. And in terms of difficulties, he feels that the world is coming to an end. He falls sick. So, as a student in the university, you must be flexible, have flexible approach to things. So, we conclude by saying that effective goal setting requires you to clearly define a specific and achievable objective, actionable plans, and you must regularly monitor your progress. You must set benchmarks which will help you to track progress and determine when goals are achieved. You must set realistic deadlines to maintain focus and readjust when necessary. It is not just you set your targets, you say set goals. You set goals you cannot achieve. I give an example. You must know your standard. If you set your goal that in this semester you must have all the courses A, and you are not, the A round student, it becomes setting unrealistic goal which you may not be able to achieve. And when you don't achieve that, it may start to affect your self-esteem, your confidence that you are not meeting up. So you must be realistic in the goals you're setting and how to achieve them. So I will refer you to this site, HTTPS, a YouTube site. From that site, you'll be able to see other things you have to do to, enhance your ability as a student in the 21st century. You might see in that website other, things like collaboration, how to collaborate with your fellow students, how to, you know, um, perform other things to be able to have a smooth, free um, undergraduate studentship. So I will take this as word of wisdom to you. So do not be one of those people that miss the gold while looking for silver lining. Always go for gold. When you follow these things listed here, I've been in academics for so many years and been able to know what and what you need to do as an undergraduate to be able to scale through without any hitch and come out with a very good grade. So my suggestion is that 2 times in a semester, listen again to this lecture because it is a YouTube lecture and it can be replayed. You can always replay it and listen to it again. You can also, if it will go, download it and listen to it from time to time. When you do that, you will see that you will have a smooth-free undergraduate program. Tomorrow, there will be, orientation program and other lectures will come. If it is possible for me, I will also put those other lectures in this YouTube and give you a link to listen to them once again. Thank you for listening, and say help, share, like, and make your comments. When you share it, other students who are not able to join in this lecture will be able to listen to it over and over again. Thank you.